Hi, friends. Welcome. Today is a big day in our Exodus journey. We see that all of the things that the Lord had commanded are made. The people complete the work. Here's the phrase that stood out to me: as the Lord had commanded Moses. It is all done. It is finished. I love this day. This has me really inspired, really encouraged. Why? Because I think we see these foundational principles to worship, these keys to worship that challenge my own heart and remind me that worship is so much more than a Sunday morning church service. Worship is about this. Worship is about the heart. And I think that just shines brilliantly in this passage. So let's take some time to unpack it a little bit and we'll see if you agree. Who do we have today? We have the people of Israel. What are they doing? They're making the tabernacle, right? That's where we've been these last few weeks, the making of the tabernacle, the fulfillment of God's commands. And so in today's passage, we see that they make the robe. This will be Aaron's robe, and they make the coats and the undergarments and the turbans and the caps, and they make the plate, this holy crown of pure gold, and it has written on it that inscription, "Holy to the Lord," which is, if we remember, this turban with the gold plate, this will be worn by Aaron, or the most high priest, who will go into the Holy of Holies. And who does he represent? It's not just Aaron that is holy to the Lord. Aaron represents all of Israel, the 12 tribes of Israel, and all of the people in it. That's what's on his shoulders and his breastplate, representing all of the people of Israel. They are holy to the Lord. Remember God calling the people back in Exodus 19 and saying, look, you will be my treasured possession. You will be this holy nation, right? Set apart. Why? Not just because they are special, not just because they're going to be this exclusive group of people. No, they are to be holy to the Lord, that they might live out Yahweh before the nations, that all might know Yahweh. All right, well, I kind of went off a little bit there. All right, so we observed today the people of Israel make all the rest of the garments for Aaron and the priests. And I did note, just like we noted yesterday, the finery of this, the detail of this. They didn't just, they didn't just slap this stuff together. You know what I mean? No, this is made of, if we look at the vocabulary, if we look at the Hebrew, this linen, this is fine linen. My Bible dictionary says fine linen, a very costly, delicate, soft linen made from flax. I don't know about you. I have had some linen garments that are very itchy, very scratchy. Not this linen. It's finely woven. It's very precious. It's very expensive. They go all out. They don't cut corners on making these garments that will be used by the priests who will serve the Lord in his tabernacle, in his dwelling place. So love that. That gold plate, remembering again that Aaron represents the people, the 12 tribes of Israel. And here is a reminder. Here's a reminder that they are holy unto the Lord. And then that repeated phrase, friends, that's what jumped out to me today. I mean, how many times? 1, 2, at the end of the first 3 paragraphs, at the beginning of the last paragraph, and twice towards the end, we see that the people have done Here's verse 42. According to all that the Lord had commanded Moses, so the people of Israel had done all the work. And let me just go on. And Moses saw all the work, and behold, they had done it as the Lord had commanded. So they had done it. Then Moses blessed them. Did you notice how that was repeated? We've been noting that word made for the last good bit, the last few chapters. They made it. They made it. He made it. They made it. Here, they had done it. They had done it, repeated twice. And when we see something repeated twice in scripture, that is for emphasis. Look, they have done it. They've done it all just as the Lord had commanded. And there is something about that that really touches my heart this morning. What do we learn about the people? What do we learn about, here's these foundational principles to worshiping the Lord. Here are the keys. One, we see their obedience. We have been repeating, we've been seeing that message almost daily. But obedience, like I think the Lord is starting to knock it into my head. Worship can't happen without obedience to Him. And here's a call for a heart check for us. Their hearts, we see their hearts are right with God. They are zealous to do this work. They are zealous to obey. And we might ask why. Why are they so zealous? And friends, I think this is the second key that I see that is foundational for worshiping God. They are zealous to obey. They are zealous to do all of this work just as the Lord commands. Why? Because they long for the presence of God. They long for the presence of God. Remember, a few chapters back, they really messed up. And the Lord was pulling back His presence. They realized their mistake. And now they long with everything that they work zealously that they might know and have the presence of the Lord. This is their heart's desire, to have the presence of the Lord and to dwell with Him. Is that not beautiful, friends? I wish you were sitting right here. I just feel like you, like me, would say, yes, Lord, that's the heart that I want. I mean, I had a short prayer today. Have all of my heart, Lord. Have all of my heart. I want to have a heart that is at one with God. Do you see how their hearts are at one with God in this project? They desire what the Lord desires. The Lord said, the Lord made it abundantly clear. That was His grace. Here's my desire for building the tabernacle and all of its furnishings and all of its garments. The Lord made it abundantly clear. And their hearts and their minds are at one with God's heart. They desire the same thing as God. That's a heart and mind unified with God. Oh, again, why they long for His presence. This is glorious. Now, one last word that I highlighted is at the very end. Then Moses blessed them. He blessed them. And to bless is to invoke God's favor upon them. It's to invoke, it's to ask God that He would be good to them, that He would be kind to the recipients of the blessing. And there were many, many cross-references for this blessing. And we might ask, well, what did Moses say? Don't you want to know? What did he say? And this passage doesn't tell us Moses' blessing upon them, but there was a cross-reference that speaks a blessing. And let me read this to us. This comes from Numbers chapter 6, verses 23 through 27. It's an example of a blessing that the Lord commanded Moses to say to Aaron. All right. Speak to Aaron and his sons, saying, Thus you shall bless the people of Israel. You shall say to them, the Lord bless you and keep you. The Lord make his face shine upon you and be gracious to you. The Lord lift up his countenance upon you and give you peace. Do you see that? The Lord lift up his countenance upon you. The Lord give you his presence and give you peace. And the Lord goes on to say, so shall they put my name upon the people of Israel, and I will bless them. Isn't that beautiful, friends? What a beautiful, beautiful ending. Like, I guess this just puts me in a place of worship. Oh, Lord, have all of our hearts. Have it all. Let us worship you. Let the one thing we desire more than anything else be you, Lord, and your presence with us. The Lord bless you, friend.